Coming your way on SportsCenter, he's the NFL's winningest coach, but Don Shula has coached his last game in Miami.
The game of football doesn't know what it's going to miss.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to SportsCenter. I'm Larry Beal, along with Stuart Scott.
He coached Super Bowl teams in the 60s, 70s, and the 80s. His owner forked over more free agent money than any other team to get back to the Super Bowl this year, but it didn't happen. Now, Larry, a legend makes a decision.
A decision, apparently, to say goodbye. He's won more games than any coach in NFL history, 347. He's been the head coach of the Miami Dolphins for 26 years. But according to the reports out of Miami, Don Shula has coached his last game with the Dolphins. As Shula celebrated his 66th birthday on Thursday, word filtered out that after a meeting with team owner Wayne Huizenga, Shula has decided to step down as Miami's coach, and a news conference has been called for Friday. Despite a resume filled with success, Shula has fallen victim to the "what have you done for me lately" syndrome. The Dolphins haven't won a Super Bowl in 22 years, and after getting destroyed in the playoffs last week in Buffalo, calls for Shula's departure have grown louder and louder.
This is not a very happy day for me. Coach Shula meant a lot to me because he's always been in my corner when I've done the idiotic things, getting into fights and challenging the NFL and doing all those things. Although he would call me up to his office and straighten me up, he was always fair. He was always in my corner. He was always a big fan of mine, and he always respected me, and that's something that's important. And he was always loyal to me.
Every coach realizes that the day's going to come because it's a terminal profession. It's not something that you can stay with a long time as far as one place is concerned. So we're ready. We're going to have to move on, or, we'd love to stay, but that doesn't look like a possibility.
Basically in shock, because I really felt that knowing Don the way I do, that he would come back for another year. He would not walk away from it. That he would honor his contract. He'd finish out his contract.
It's going to be different, if that's where it works out, that he's not going to be there. It's going to be different. But what can you say? It's going to be different.
South Florida doesn't know what it's going to miss. The game of football doesn't know what it's going to miss.
Shula still has a year left on his contract. He's told some people close to him that he will remain with the organization in another capacity. And as much as Shula may dislike it, you can't mention his name in Miami without hearing the name Jimmy Johnson seconds later as a possible successor. The Dolphins and Don Shula have called a press conference for 4 o'clock on Friday, at which time Coach Shula will make his resignation official. The announcement will be carried live on ESPN and ESPN2. Additionally, ESPN will present a 1-hour special highlighting his illustrious coaching career. Mike Tirico will be your host Friday night at 7:30 Eastern.